am the bravest. Go toe to toe with the giants, I ain't afraid of you niggas. I'll end up fading you niggas. You might be Drizzy Drake or Kendrick Lamar, but check the birth date, nigga. You ain't the guy, call the guy.
People debate who's the king of this rap game. Here comes Lil old Jermaine, snatch the crown from whoever y'all think has it.
When I'm in LA, I'm the best in the West. You can test, I'ma stretch niggas out. And all these records is proof. I put your favorite rapper neck in the noose, never letting them loose. Too much hunger, it's no wonder these niggas can't keep up. So saying yes to a feature just means I'm about to eat lunch, bitch. Hard as MC, is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
I told you all that I was the greatest of all time. I'm still the greatest of all time.
J. Cole has always existed in a unique space within hip-hop, a space built not on loud dominance, but on quiet confidence. For years, he positioned himself as one of the greatest rappers alive, not through constant confrontation, but through consistency, lyricism, and a calm assurance that he could stand toe-to-toe with anyone. This identity became a core part of his brand. So when conversations around his long-awaited album The Fall Off began to intensify, fans weren't just expecting music, they were expecting a defining moment, a final statement that would cement his legacy in the greatest of all time conversation. However, what unfolded during this era had less to do with the music itself and more to do with perception, psychology, and a shift in how both fans and the culture at large began to view J. Cole. The turning point came when Kendrick Lamar reignited competitive tensions within hip-hop. His verse on Like That was widely interpreted as a direct challenge to both Cole and Drake.
Motherfuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me, nigga, bomb.
Shaking the foundation of the so-called Big Three narrative. In response, J. Cole released 7 Minute Drill, a diss track that felt measured.
Your first shit was classic, your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put niggas asleep, but they gassed. I love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm powered up for real, that shit would feel like swatting a fly.
Almost reluctant, as if he was participating more out of obligation than genuine intent. But what followed completely disrupted expectations. Cole publicly apologized.
So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bruh, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot, I'm gonna take that shit chin, boy, do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good, like, it's love.
Standing on stage at Dreamville Fest, he admitted that the diss didn't sit right with his spirit and that engaging in that kind of conflict conflicted with who he was becoming. In that moment, he didn't just step away from a rap battle. He stepped outside of hip-hop's traditional code. This decision sparked one of the most divided reactions of his career.
Ain't no way I'm reading this right here.
J. Cole apologizes to Kendrick Lamar for dissing him.
Yeah, this a lie. This cap because J. Cole wouldn't do nothing like that.
It's the crazy part, Cole. You apologized when he struck first. He jumped out the window and like that.
We get this pivotal moment in hip hop taken away from us.
No, nigga. No, you don't get to use the I'm the greatest, can't nobody touch me, I want smoke, free smoke as the rollout to your project. And then when you get actually challenged in real life, you moonwalk back.
For many fans, the apology wasn't just surprising, it was disorienting. J. Cole had spent years crafting the image of a rapper who was ready for any lyrical challenge. Someone who subtly but consistently asserted his place at the top. By apologizing, it felt as though he contradicted his own narrative. In a genre where competition is foundational, backing out even for personal reasons can be interpreted as weakness. Fans who once saw him as a fearless competitor began to question whether that image had ever been fully authentic. The frustration wasn't just about the apology itself, it was about what it represented. It felt like a break in the illusion. As some critics framed it, you cannot spend years claiming the throne and then hesitate when someone finally challenges your right to sit on it. In the aftermath, J. Cole chose not to retreat into silence. Instead, he leaned into transparency, giving interviews and openly discussing his mindset. He explained that his decision was rooted in personal growth, emotional awareness, and a desire to preserve meaningful relationships. He acknowledged his respect for Kendrick Lamar and suggested that not every battle is worth fighting, especially when it risks damaging something real.
Right. And of course, leading up to it, when I was doing it, it made sense. Actually, I can't really say it made sense, but in a moment where I wasn't clear, like we were just talking about, I chose to do something that didn't align. It's like putting on the fucking outfit, the Versace sweater or whatever. In a moment where I wasn't clear, I chose to go this way for reasons that I could tell you about. But all you need to know right now is like, yo, I felt miserable about it. Like literally, like my whole demeanor, my whole shit, my wife could tell. And so I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go on this stage and like come out here and pretend almost like.
What my competitiveness had like kicked in, or would I have been more willing to like quote unquote compete?
Right.
Well, then it depends on what you call competition. Cause it's like, yo, would I have been willing to take it where they took it?
Yeah.
With him or him? Absolutely not.
Gotcha.
Like, if that's competitiveness, I for sure would have lost.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't have been willing to take it there. And if I was willing to take it there, it only would have been because I was worried about what the world gonna say. So then even if I did take it there and somehow demolish or boom, 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 I still lost.
The fear.
Because and my heart would be feeling like, nigga, you did that so that people would say that you better. You know what I mean? Like that's so it depends on what you define as competitive.
My thought was like, what's the world gonna say? They not gonna let you come drop this shit you've been working on for 10 years without addressing that. Nah, nigga, we don't wanna hear none of that shit. You ain't said shit to Buddy. You know what I mean? Like, we don't wanna hear none of that. So my mind then gets into, then the word fear comes. The fear is, although nothing's in my heart, there's no malice in my heart, there's no even desire to like, ooh, this nigga gave me a chance to come demolish him. What the fuck does that mean to me? I love this nigga. Like, what does that even look like? There was no urge or desire to take it to that level.
While this honesty resonated with some listeners, it also created a new layer of criticism. Hip-hop has long thrived on Mystique's idea that artists reveal just enough to intrigue, but not enough to fully expose themselves. By explaining his reasoning so openly, Cole disrupted that balance. Some fans began to feel that he was over-explaining, that he was trying to justify a decision that, in their eyes, needed no explanation if it were truly aligned with his identity. The more he spoke, the more the narrative shifted from his music to his mindset, and not everyone was comfortable with that shift. At the same time, his rollout strategy added another dimension to the conversation, in a move that felt both nostalgic and unconventional. J. Cole was seen selling physical copies of his music directly to fans from his car, interacting with them on a personal level, for some. This was a powerful statement, a reminder of hip-hop's grassroots origins and a demonstration of humility from an artist of his stature. For others, it raised questions. Why would a superstar engage in such a hands-on approach? Was it authenticity, or was it an attempt to reconnect with fans after the backlash? This duality defined much of his rollout. Nearly every move he made was interpreted in two ways. One, generous, the other, skeptical. It highlighted a broader truth about public perception once doubt is introduced. Even genuine actions can be viewed through a critical lens. Perhaps the most significant shift came in how J. Cole began to speak about himself at various points. He suggested that he no longer viewed himself as unequivocally the best rapper alive.
Ask me in real life, do I think I'm the best rapper alive?
Do you think you're the best rapper alive?
Bro, it's a nigga named Black Thought that exists. It's a nigga named Lupe Fiasco that exists. It's niggas that on any given day, even my peers, a Drake or a Kendrick, where it's like, yo, I know on any given day I can show up to the studio and give these niggas 80. But I know they can show up on any day in the studio and give me 80. And I might only have 30. Like, so if I'm taking on a rap persona, like when I'm rapping, of course, that's what I like to, that's how I like to rap. And guess what? Sometimes I hit the mark and I say shit and I spit a verse that really might have you believe in that shit. But if you ask me in real life, do I walk around like I'm the best rapper alive? No, nigga.
This marked a stark contrast from the quiet confidence that had defined his earlier work. For longtime fans, this was unsettling. They had embraced him not just for his skill, but for his belief in his own greatness. That belief had been a cornerstone of his appeal. When he stepped away from that stance, it felt as though something fundamental had changed. In hip-hop, self-belief is more than personal, it's performative. It's part of the culture's DNA. By softening his position, Cole wasn't just redefining himself, he was challenging the expectations placed upon him. This has led to a complicated emotional space for fans. Supporting J. Cole now requires reconciling two versions of him: the competitor who once thrived on lyrical dominance, and the introspective artist who prioritizes peace and personal growth. On one hand, there is a deep respect for his honesty and maturity. In an industry often driven by ego and conflict, his willingness to step back can be seen as a sign of evolution. On the other hand, there is a sense of loss, the hunger, the edge, the quiet assertion of superiority. These were elements that made him compelling in a competitive sense. Without them, some fans feel a disconnect between who he was and who he is becoming. From a broader perspective, hip-hop's view of J. Cole has become more nuanced. He is still widely respected as one of the most skilled lyricists of his generation. But his position within the competitive hierarchy has become less certain. Some see him as an artist who has transcended the need for validation through conflict, while others view him as someone who stepped away at a critical moment. This dual perception reflects a deeper tension within the culture itself. Ultimately, the rollout surrounding the fall-off has been as much about narrative as it has been about music. It has revealed the complexities of maintaining an identity in a genre that values both evolution and consistency. Is greatness defined by dominance or by self-awareness? Is stepping back a sign of weakness or of strength? These questions remain unresolved, and perhaps that is the point. In the end, J. Cole did not simply change, he revealed a different side of himself, one that does not align perfectly with the image many had constructed. And in doing so, he challenged the audience to reconsider what they value in an artist. The fall-off, then, may not be about a decline in skill or relevance, but about the moment when perception shifts, when the narrative no longer matches the expectation. Whether that is seen as a loss or an evolution depends entirely on who is watching.